कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन भज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन भज जनरंजन यमुना तेरा वनचारी यमुना तेरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Radha Sama Sundar, Radha Sama Sundar Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्याष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमदेशी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्याष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत गौड़ी वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। श्री मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा देवी जमुना देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय। श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर ललिता विशाखा देवी की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताई की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all Krishna Guru and Gauranga Jai Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Deving Saraswating Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashta Prayesu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktire Bhavati Naistiki Mukangrati Vachalam Pangulangayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Sri Paramananda Madhavam. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 89, text 21, 22 and 23. So first I will read 21 and 22, then we will go to 23, and then we will recite the slokas jointly there. This name of this chapter is Krishna and Arjuna retrieves a Brahman's sons. Text 21. Sri Sukha Uvacha Ekada Dvaravatyantu Viprapatnya Kumarakaha Jatamatro Bhuvan Spruštva Mamara Kila Bharata. Translation. Sukadeva Goswami said, once in Dwaraka, a Brahman's wife gave birth to a son. But the newborn infant died as soon as he touched the ground. O Bharata, purport. In this chapter, Lord Vishnu has been glorified as the Supreme Godhead. Now, Sukadeva Goswami is going to identify Lord Krishna with that same personality of Godhead by describing another pastime of his, one which highlighted his unequaled divine characteristics. Text 22. Vipro gruhita mritakam Rajadvari upadharyasa Idang pravacha bilapam Aturodina manasah. Translation. The Brahmana took the corpse and placed it at the door of King Ugrasen's court. Then, agitated and lamenting miserably, he spoke the following. Text 23. Brahmadisa sathadhiyo lubdhasya vishayatmanah kshatrabandho karma dosat panchatam me gatorvaka Brahmadisa sathadhiyo lubdhasya vishayatmanah kshatrabandho karma dosat panchatam me yatorvaka Brahmadisa sathadhiyo lubdhasya vishayatmanah kshatrabandho karma dosat panchatam me gatorvaka Brahmadisa sathadhiyo lubdhasya vishayatmanah kshatrabandho karma dosat panchatam me gatorvaka Brahmadisa sathadhiyo Sasya vishayatmanah Bandho karma dosa Panchatam me gatorvaka. Mataji. Brahmadisa sathadhiyo lubdhasya vishayatmanah kshatrabandho karma dosat panchatam me gatorvaka Brahmadisa sathadhiyo lubdhasya vishayatmanah kshatrabandho karma dosat panchatam me gatorvaka Brahma against Brahmanas. Dvisha, hateful. Satha, duplicitous. Dhiya, whose mentality. Lubdhasya, avaricious. Nishchaya atmanah, Vishaya atmanah, addicted to sense gratification. Kshatrabandho, of an unqualified kshatriya. Karma, in the performance of duties. Dosat, because of discrepancies. Panchatam, death. Me, may, my. Gataha, met. Arvaka, son. Translation. The Brahmana said, this duplicitous, greedy enemy of Brahmanas This unqualified ruler, addicted to sense pleasure, has caused my son's death by some discrepancies in the execution of his duties. Purport. Presuming that he himself had done nothing to cause his son's death, the Brahmana thought it reasonable to blame King Ugrasena. In the Vedic social system, the monarch is considered responsible for everything occurring in his kingdom, good or bad. Even in a democracy, a manager who takes charge of some group or project should accept personal responsibility for any failure rather than, as is so common today, trying to place the blame on his subordinates or superiors. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Bandeham Shri Guru Sri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatha Nitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakha Nitang Sa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurati Se Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So in this chapter, and specifically in these verses, Srila Sukadeva Goswami is trying to mention the super excellence of Krishna. As previously described in this chapter, that among the sages, how Bhrigu Muni was assigned to determine who was the supreme person among the three personalities, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. And Bhrigu Muni at last had gone to Vaikuntha and saw the humility of Lord Vishnu. Even after kicking on his chest, Lord Vishnu was very apologetic to Bhrigu Muni. So Bhrigu Muni determined that Lord Vishnu was, among three of them, was the best, and he was situated in the mode of goodness, pure goodness. So now Srila Sukadeva Goswami is coming to a pastime which happened with Krishna and Lord Vishnu. So Lord Krishna was that time was in Dwaraka. He was performing his pastimes in Dwaraka. And Ugrasen was the king of Dwaraka. Though factually Krishna was doing everything, but Ugrasen was the king, and as if Lord Krishna was taking permission from Ugrasen to do anything. So anyway, so now the Sukadeva Goswami is speaking about these pastimes, that Ekada means once upon a time, an incident happened in Dwaraka. So, Sukadeva Goswami says, Ekada dwaravatyantu viprapatnya kumaraka. So one time this thing happened that Brahmin's wife gave birth to a son. Jata matra bhuvang sprushta mamara kila bharata. And as soon as that son touched the ground after birth, he died. So, Srila Sukadeva Goswami is bringing out this incident that how Lord Krishna was the Supreme Personality of Godhead and how he was so attractive to everyone. Even he was very attractive to Lord Vishnu. Though Vishnu is his expansion, but Lord Krishna was so beautiful, and Lord Vishnu is also very beautiful, but still the sweetness of Krishna, the beauty of Krishna was also attracting Lord Vishnu. And in this way, Sukadeva Goswami is going to establish that how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the source of all incarnations, and most beautiful and sweet personality. So, this is the introduction of this episode. So after this Brahman's son died, right after birth, Vipra gruhita mrutakam rajadari upadayata. So as soon as the Brahman's son died, then the Brahman, and naturally his wife, they were in great distress and they were weeping. Since the son was born and immediately died. So the Brahmin took the body of the son, corpse of the son, and then he went to the king's court, means Ugrasen's court, with his wife. Both were crying. And Brahmana, holding the son's body, he went to the court of Maharaj Ugrasen. Because generally, in a kingdom, if a subject faces some difficulty, then naturally he goes to the king to get some relief from that difficulty. And this Brahmin was surprised that how his son immediately took birth and then died. And he was thinking that he has not done anything sinful, as a result of which his son died. So the Brahmin was thinking that this must be the fault of the king. So that's why he went to king's court. And then Vipra Gruhita Mrutang Rajdari Upadharya cha Idang Prabhacha Bilapan Atura Dinamanasa. So naturally when the son was born and died immediately, then both of them, Brahman and Brahman's wife, they are in great agony, very much distressed, and they were crying, Bilapan. They were crying, and in this situation, they went to the court of the king, Ugrasena, and then they placed the son at the doorstep of the court, where everyone in the court, including Ugrasena and others, they were seeing this, that the Brahman and his wife, they were standing at the door. They have put the dead son on the doorway, and they were crying. So in this way, they drew attention of everyone in the court towards them. And then Brahma Desha Sathadhiyo Lubdhasya Vishayatmana. And now the Brahman was actually chastising the king, thinking that this was king's fault. Because of king's fault, his son has died after taking birth. And he has not done anything wrong, so this is king's fault. So generally, it is understood that the king must be a representative of Krishna. And he should rule the kingdom according to the scriptures, as Krishna has mentioned. And if the king is Krishna conscious and he is respectful to Brahmanas and the scriptures, and he is always looking after the welfare of the subjects, then naturally in his kingdom the subjects should live very happily and lead a Krishna conscious life. And when the king is not Krishna conscious and he is only collecting taxes from the subjects and enjoying, he is enjoying material opulence and material sense pleasure. then naturally there will be disturbance in that kingdom. And the rocks would usurp the property of others. They would harass the innocent citizens, and in that way there will be disturbance in the kingdom. When Parikshit Maharaj was visiting his kingdom and he saw the bull and the cow, they were beaten by a Sudra who was dressed as a king. So Parikshit Maharaj was very upset seeing this scene in his kingdom. He was such a good ruler, perfect ruler, that in his kingdom no one would dare to oppress any other citizen. But he saw that this low-class man was beating the cow and bull. So he was very much angry and he wanted to punish that person. And he gave solace to the bull and the cow. And Parikshit Maharaj said, Yasya Rajya Praja Sarva Tyasante Sadhu Asadhu. Parikshit Maharaj said that, my dear cow, in a king's kingdom, in whose kingdom the subjects are oppressed by the miscreants, then the result will be that king will lose his fame. Yasa Ayu, the king will lose his duration of life. He will lose his opulence. Bhaga. So he'll lose all this, his reputation, he'll lose everything. That means the king becomes responsible when something happens in his kingdom like this. And Prabhupada also says that when the king is neglectful about his religious duties towards his subjects, and the subjects, they perform sinful activities, then king gets 1/6 portion of the result of these sinful activities of the subjects. In the same way, an administrator will also get the same result if he is neglectful about his duty towards the people who are working under him. In the same way, the father also becomes responsible if he is not educating his children in religious life. And if a spiritual master also becomes responsible if he is not guiding his disciples to remain Krishna conscious and refrain from sinful activities. So all these people will get the reaction of the sinful activities committed by those who are working under them. So here we see that the Brahmin, he was thinking he has not committed any sinful activity and his son has died untimely, just right after birth. That means the king has done something wrong. The king is not performing his duties according to religious principles. That's why the Brahmin started accusing Maharaj Ugrasen. And in the court of Maharaj Ugrasen, everyone was there. Lord Krishna was there, and Balaram was there, and all the associates of Krishna and Ugrasen, they were all there. And they were all listening. the Brahman was angry, he was crying, and he was accusing King Ugrasena. So the Brahmin was telling Brahmadisa that you, means he was addressing to the king, that you are Brahmadisa. You are against Brahmanas. You are against the Vedas. And when you are against Brahmanas, the Vedas, then Brahmana Deva, you are against the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that means the king is not performing his duty, being rebellious to the Vedic way of life, the Vedas, the Brahmanas, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the Brahman was accusing Maharaj Ugrasena that this is your fault, and because of this my son has died. So he's telling Brahmadisa, you are against Brahmanas, because of you this thing has happened to me. I am a Brahmin and I have not done anything wrong. I am leading my life according to religious principles. So you have done something wrong, because of you my son has died. Then Sathadhiyo, and he is accusing Maharaj Ugrasena that your intelligence is duplicitous. Your intelligence is polluted. Why? Lubdhasya vishayatmana. Because you are attached, vishayatmana, attached to sense gratification, material sense gratification. That's why you are hankering for material sense gratification. That's why your intelligence is polluted and has become deceitful. Kshatriya bandho, and this is not befitting to a Kshatriya. A Kshatriya should always be God conscious, Krishna conscious. He should follow the Vedic instructions, and he should be respectful to Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. That is the duty of a Kshatriya. And he would protect his citizens with an attitude to help them to make advancement in spiritual life. So, here the Brahmin is accusing Maharaj Ugrasena that you are not acting like a Kshatriya. You are acting like a friend of a Kshatriya, Kshatriya bandhu. That means you are born in a Kshatriya family, but you are not acting as a Kshatriya. That's why you are Kshatriya bandhu, friend of a Kshatriya. Karma dosat अपत्यों में कर्म दोषात पंचत्व में gata arvaka. And because of your fault, karma dosa, because you have done something, you are not respectful to Brahmanas, not respectful to the Supreme Lord, not respect to Vedic injunctions. So you have done something by which I have lost my child. Karma dosat panchatva mein. My child has attained panchatva, means died. But it is said panchatva means 5 elements, material elements. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. This body is made of these 5 elements. And when the body dies, or the soul leaves the body, then the body made of these 5 elements again mingles with these 5 elements and disappears. So when we burn the body, then the body is no more there. It mingles to these 5 material elements. So that's why it is said that Panchattva mein, that my son accepted these 5 material elements, means his son died. So in this way, the Brahmin was accusing this Maharaj Ugrasen that because of you, my son has died. So those who are great kings, Krishna conscious kings, they are always respectful to Brahmins and Vaishnavas. They are always devoted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they rule the kingdom according to Vedic religious principles. In that way, the subjects of a king remains happy, they remain happy and lead a spiritual life to attain the supreme destination, to get away from this cycle of birth and death, the eternal miseries of this material world. And we see that like Maharaj Parikshit, Maharaj Yudhishthir, and even Lord Ramchandra, who was very ideal king. He was also ruling his kingdom in a very ideal way. So whenever a king's name comes, ideal king's name comes, Lord Ramchandra's name is taken. Maharaj Parikshit's name is taken. Maharaj Yudhishthir's name is taken. So in the kingdom of them, there was no such disturbances, which happened now, the Brahman was mentioning. No such disturbance in their kingdom. They are ruling so perfectly that everyone was happy in their kingdom and they are leading a religious life. But now, in this situation, the Brahman is accusing Maharaj Yudhishthir that he is not leading or ruling the kingdom in a religious way. He is attached to sense gratification. That's why his intelligence is distorted, and he is responsible for his son's death. So in this way, we see that the Brahman was crying and accusing, and when he was accusing King Ugrasena, Lord Krishna was present there, Balaram was present there, but no one was objecting. No one was telling anything to that Brahmana or assuring him that, okay, we'll take care of this, what has happened. But no one was telling him anything. They were just listening the abuse of the Brahman and keeping silence. And later on we'll see that when Arjuna was once present and the same thing happened, he could not tolerate. So Actually, Krishna was so beautiful and so sweet. Everyone was naturally attracted towards Krishna. And Mahavishnu, who is an expansion of Krishna, and Mahavishnu was also beautiful, but he was the expansion of Krishna, but still Mahavishnu was attracted towards the beauty of Krishna. And he wanted to see Krishna in front of him. Because Mahavishnu could not come to Dwaraka to see Krishna. That would have upset the mood. So, Mahavishnu wanted to see Krishna, Krishna's beauty. And what to speak of Mahavishnu? Even Krishna himself was very much attracted to beauty. Once when Krishna saw his reflection in a jeweled pillar in Dwaraka, then Krishna was thinking, who is this beautiful personality? Krishna became attracted to his own reflection. And he was thinking, this is someone else, a beautiful personality. Who is this? Aparikalita purva kas chamatkarakari. Spurati mama garyan esa madhurya pura. Lord Krishna was thinking himself that this beauty, aparikalita purva, I have never seen anywhere. This person is so beautiful, and this beauty I have never seen anywhere before. And this is wonderful. Then whose beauty is this? Which is attracting me? Spurati mama garyan esa madhurya pura. And it seems that this beauty is much more than my beauty. That's why this beauty is attracting me. Esa madhurya pura. Then Krishna is thinking that I am Asamardha. No one can become equal to me, or no one can become greater than me. Then whose beauty is this? Krishna is considering. Ayang ahang api hanta prekshaya lubdha cheta. Then this beauty or this beautiful person is me, because no one can become greater than me. Then this beauty or this person is me. Then I want to see this beauty. I want to release this beauty of mine. But how Krishna could release his own beauty? Others would release someone's beauty, but a person would not release his own beauty. And that was the reason then Krishna was thinking, Ayang ahang api hanta prekshaya lupta cheta saravasam kamaye radhikeva. And Srimati Radharani is always releasing this beauty of mine. So I want to release this beauty. Then how can I release? I have to take the mood and the mood of Srimati Radharani and the complexion of Srimati Radharani to release this beauty. That's why Krishna came as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking the mood and beauty, mood and complexion of Srimati Radharani. So this episode actually glorifies this. Later on we can see that Mahavishnu, he wanted to see Krishna's beauty. Krishna was so beautiful. And that's why he was stealing actually the sons of the Brahmins. So Krishna could come and retrieve the sons of Mahavishnu would see Lord Krishna's beauty. Hare Krishna. So today is also the appearance day of Purushottam Das Thakur. So we'll briefly mention about Srila Purushottam Das Thakur. So Srila Purushottam Das Thakur, from his very childhood, he was always meditating on the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. And he was son of Sadasiv Kabiraj. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it has been described about Purushottam Das Thakur. Sadasiva Kabiraja Bada Mahasaya Sri Purushottama Dasa Tahara Tanaya. So Purushottam Das is the son of Sadasiv Kabiraj. Ajanma Nimagna Nityanandara Charane. From his very childhood, Purushottam Das Thakur was always immersed at the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Chirantana Balla Lila Kare Krishna Sane. And he always plays with Lord Krishna in his childhood pastimes. Sadasiva Kabiraja Mahabhagyavan Jara Putra Sri Purushottama Dasa Nama Bahya Nahi Purushottama Dasera Sarire Nityananda Chandra Jare Hridaya Vihare. So Purushottam Das, he has so much observed in thought of Sri Nityananda Prabhu that he had no external senses because of his observation at the lotus feet of Nityananda. Nityananda Chandra Jare Hridaya Vihare, and Nityananda Prabhu always residing within the heart of Purushottam Das Thakur. And Purushottam Das Thakur, he had 4 Brahmin disciples. Because in those days, it was a great thing. Because if someone is a guru and not born in a Brahmin family, and he accepts Brahmin disciples, that was a big uproar in the society. And Purushottam Das Thakur was such a great personality, so he accepted Brahmins as disciples. So he had 4 Brahmin disciples. Sri Madhavacharya, Jadavacharya, Devakinandan Das, etc. And Madhavacharya actually married the daughter of Nityananda Prabhu, whose name was Ganga Devi. And Devakinandan Das was very famous for writing Vaishnava prayers. And Kanu Thakur, he was the son of Purushottam Das Thakur. Jar Putra Mahasaya Srikanu Thakur, Jar Dehe Rahe Krishna Pramamrutapur. So Kanu Thakur was also a great devotee, who was the son of Purushottam Das Thakur. Kanu Thakur was also a great devotee of Krishna and always observed in love of Krishna. Purushottam Das Thakur's wife's name was Jannava. Nityananda Prabhu's wife's name was Jannava, and Purushottam Das Thakur's wife's name was also Jannava. And she died after giving birth to Kanu Thakur. So when Nityananda Prabhu saw this, that Kanu Thakur's son, Purushottam Das Thakur's son Kanu Thakur, after taking birth, he lost his mother, Then Nityananda Prabhu actually took Kanu Thakur with him to his house, and Kanu Thakur was brought up in the house of Nityananda Prabhu. So when Mother Jannava, Nityananda Prabhu's wife, was coming to Vrindavan, that time Kanu Thakur was 5 years old. And he also accompanied Mother Jannava to Vrindavan, Kanu Thakur. And he was so absorbed in Krishna Prem that once in Vrindavan, Kanu Thakur was dancing in love of Godhead. And one of his ankle wells disappeared from his ankles and fell in another place. And Kanu Thakur said, wherever that ankle well has fallen, I will reside there. And that fell in Bengal. Disappeared from here and fell in Bengal. And later on, Kanu Thakur went to Bengal and resided there. So, he was also present in Kheturi Utsav when Narottam Das Thakur was performing Kheturi Mahotsav, where Jannava Mata was present, and then Kanu Thakur was also present there. So, in this way, we see Purushottam Das Thakur, how he was a great devotee of Lord Nityananda, and he gave birth to a great son, Kanu Thakur, who was from the very childhood was also a great devotee of Krishna. He was always in love of Krishna. Jai Sri Purushottam Das Thakur ki, Jai Sri Kanu Thakur ki, Jai Jannava Mata ki, Jai Sri Sri Nityananda Prabhu ki, Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Jai Sri Krishna Balaram ki, Jai Sri Radha Syam Sundar Lalita Visakhadevi ki, Jai Sri Prabhupada Ji Maharaj ki, Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Harinama mantra ki.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,